Hi everyone, this is Abdur from Mockat, and today we are sharing the news for 17th January, continuing our series to help you prepare for your WAT and PI and get through IIMs and other top B schools. The actual news articles from which we have taken these key points are listed in our daily news section. Its link is in our description and first pinned comment. Please check it out. Today's top 5 news headlines are: Fitch affirms India's ratings with a stable outlook amid fiscal challenges and economic projections. India's growth has Chinese characteristics. IMF's Geeta Gopinath. The AI boom's large-scale impact on the labor market. India's multidimensional poverty rate down to 11.28% in 2022 to 2023 from 29.17%. Inflation moderating, steadily moving towards 4% target, RBI Governor thus. Let's look at the first news. Fitch affirms India's ratings with a stable outlook. Global rating agency Fitch affirms India's long-term foreign currency issuer default ratings at BBB with a stable outlook, citing a weak public finances as the main constraint. The agency expects India to meet its fiscal deficit target of 5.9% of GDP in financial year 2024, but sees challenges in reducing it to 4.5% by financial year 2026. Fitch projects India's economy to grow by 6.9% in financial year 2024 and 6.5% in the following year, with anticipated easing of headline inflation and a potential policy rate cut. Sustained high demand is forecasted for cement, electricity, and petroleum products in 2023, driven by strong infrastructure spending and rising car sales. Despite global economic challenges, Fitch foresees India's robust economic growth, supporting sectoral demand, maintaining industry balance, and fostering increased capital expenditure. The next news is India's growth has Chinese characteristics. India, once marketed as the next China, with 6% average annual GDP growth, is hosting a second World Economic Forum party with a more robust economy, showcasing it as the next big thing. The structure of India's economy is showing similarities to China's reliance on investment over consumption, with slowing private spending and rising dependence on debt, particularly among lower income families. The government, led by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, is emphasizing capital investment and boosting the capital stock. Despite top-down efforts to stimulate investment, the challenge lies in ensuring that the benefits, particularly job creation, reach surplus labor from villages affected by the COVID-19 outbreak. The focus on high-tech manufacturing and top-tier income earners may not be sufficient for inclusive growth. Experts suggesting considering China's township and village enterprise model to draw out excess farm labor and promote broad-based domestic spending. The next news is about AI's impact on global labor market. IMF Deputy Managing Director Geeta Gopinath estimates that globally about 40% of the jobs are vulnerable to the impact of generative artificial intelligence, potential positive and negative effects on employment. Gopinath notes that in United States, around 60% of the jobs have exposure to AI, with 30% complementing workers and 30% not. In India, due to a significant agricultural workforce, the exposure is lower at around 30%, sparing the labor market from the negative effects but also missing out on positive impacts. Gopinath suggests that India, being in middle range for indicators like human capital, innovation scope, and digital infrastructure, needs the right regulatory environment to fully benefit from AI, unlike top performing countries like the US, Singapore, Denmark, and Germany. IMF's chief Kristalina Georgieva emphasizes that AI will affect almost 40% of the jobs globally, replacing some and complementing others. High-skilled jobs are particularly susceptible, posing greater risks and opportunities for advanced economies compared to emerging markets and developing economies. Advanced economies face an estimated 60% impact on jobs from AI, while emerging markets and low-income countries face 40% and 26% respectively. The next news is India's multidimensional poverty rate down to 11.28% in 2022 to 2023 from 29.17%. Niti Aayog estimates a total of 24.82 crore people escaped multidimensional poverty in last 9 years. The states that have seen the biggest decrease in poverty are Bihar, Jharkhand, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Chhattisgarh. Some of the reasons for the decline include improved sanitation, access to cooking fuel, and bank accounts. Despite India is likely to achieve Sustainable Development Goals SDG target 1.2, aiming to reduce the proportion of people living in poverty by half in all dimensions ahead of the 2030 deadline. The last news is about inflation moderating. RBI Governor Das. RBI Governor Das reported at Davos that India's retail inflation is gradually moderating, reaching 5.7% in December and moving steadily towards the 4% target. Core inflation, a measure of monetary policy effectiveness, has decreased from 6.9% to 3.8%, indicating confidence in efficacy of monetary policy despite challenges in predicting inflation. Food inflation remains a priority for the central bank, with the RBI pausing key policy rate increases in last 5 reviews. The next review is scheduled for February. Governor Das highlighted the transformation of the governance system within banks, including private and public sector banks, non-bank finance companies, and digital lending, as a key factor supporting India's growth momentum. Das expressed concerns about cryptocurrencies, citing potential risks like money laundering and terror financing, cautioning against their speculative nature and dismissing claims of central banks holding reserves in Bitcoin. He emphasized India's resilience as an opportunity for foreign investments. These are the 5 news for today. If you like this video and found this useful, please give a like and subscribe to our channel. We will be posting more videos which will be helpful for your preparation. Thank you. All the best.